Let's all play What's My Line? And now, let's meet this week's What's My Line panel. First, Motown Records' pride and joy, and What's My Line's All-American boy, Soupy Sales.
Thank you, Johnny Olson. And right now, here's a lady who you've seen and enjoyed many times on the stage and on television, who is now embarked on a successful nightclub tour, Miss Phyllis Newman.
Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce a very talented, handsome actor who will soon be seen in front page, Mr. Bert Convy.
Well, it's Friday, it's the end of the week, but it isn't TGIF for me because it's the last time I get to introduce Arlene Francis.
Now here he is, the mastermind of What's My Line, Wally Bruner.
There for a moment, Arlene, I thought you were introducing someone else.
No, you're the boy.
But welcome to What's My Line. During the next 30 minutes, you're going to meet some interesting people engaged in occupations that we hope will baffle this panel of experts. And in addition, the panel will face a mystery celebrity guest just a bit later on. But now, panel, are you ready?
Yes, we are.
Yes, go.
No?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Let's meet our first challenger. Would you enter and sign in, please? Sherry Lane. And Miss Lane, where are you from?
Massapequa, New York.
All right. Panel, may I tell you that Sherry Lane provides a service. And now let's show the audience just what her line is. And may I remind you, please, may I call you Sherry?
Yes.
All right. May I remind you, panel, that Sherry is salaried, deals in the service. And let's see, shall we begin with Bert Convy, huh?
All right, thank you, Wally. May I call you Sherry as well?
Yes.
Sherry, could I make use of this service?
No.
I don't believe you could, Bert, so that's one down.
I don't know if I
Arlene.
like the way you said that.
Miss Lane, you have an athletic gait. May I guess that you may have something to do with the sports world?
Yes.
Is it an outdoor sport?
Yes.
Is it a sport that requires something other, either a equipment or of some kind?
Yes.
Is the equipment an animal?
Yes.
Are you a girl that does something with horses?
Yes.
Is it, now, I don't think you, may I rule out a jockey?
Yes.
Do you do anything about handling the horse?
Yes.
Do you work as a stable girl? Do you walk horses, cool them?
You know, I don't really know the terminology, but I would think in layman's terms that would be it, because she is a groom for racehorses. But Sherry works for the John Chapman stables at Roosevelt Raceway. And Arlene, that's really getting to it fast. What tipped you off?
Well,
I did. I gave her all the clues she needed.
Soupy started the week that way, if you'll remember, and I
Right.
just thought, I'm on the other end, I better finish the week that way.
Very good. Well, how did you first get interested in horses, Sherry?
Well, my parents and my whole family has a background of horses.
So you sort of following the family tradition?
Yes.
What do you do in your job?
Well, I exercise the racehorses. I work with the standardbreds, the trotters and the pacers. And we come in the morning, we feed them and clean their stalls, get them ready, take them out, exercise them, and put them away, and come back at night and feed them again.
How have your horses been doing lately?
Oh, fairly well. I didn't go to the Yonkers for the meet. I stay at Roosevelt most of the time, and one of the horses I take care of, Circle Amy, won quite a few times up in Yonkers.
Well, do you want to be a jockey someday? Is that your ambition?
No, not really. I'd more like to get a trainer's license and stay with the standardbreds.
But you're going to make horses and horse racing sort of a career.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's very good. That's something that... Have any of you ever been around that much of it? That end of the racetrack?
Yes, I have.
Have you? Did you do this thing, Phyllis?
Yeah.
The same thing?
Well, similar.
But hers was with a
She
merry-go-round.
never did. Don't believe you.
You can't get bothered. They don't eat too much, so...
On a merry-go-round?
I've lost a little money on the horses, if that qualifies me.
That qualifies him. He's the kind of customers that are very necessary.
That's what keeps the racetrack in business.
Well, Sherry, you didn't stump the panel or win the game, but you were a delightful guest, and we enjoyed having you on What's My Line. Thank you, Sherry. We'll be back to meet another challenger as What's My Line continues. Well, we're off to a great start, but I bet the next one stumps you. Let's see. Will our next challenger enter and sign in, please? Albert. Nicholas. Mr. Nicholas, may I ask where you're from, sir?
St. Petersburg, Florida.
All right, panel, may I tell you that Albert Nicholas is concerned with a product. Now let's show the audience just what that product is. May I tell you, Mr. Nicholas is self-employed. It's a product we're after, and we'll begin with Phyllis Newman.
Thank you. Mr. Nicholas, is it a product that you can either eat, drink, or rub on your body?
No, you can't use it that way.
No, that's one down.
Oh, I got a lot of things
Well,
covered.
what's left is what I want to know. You can't eat, drink, or rub it on your body. Yes. Can you hold it in your hand?
Yes.
Well, then you could eat it, couldn't you? Just about. This is kind of silly, isn't it? Is it made out of metal or wood?
Yes.
Yes.
And you were self-employed, is that right?
Yes.
So it's made out of metal or wood. Does it have a functional use?
Yes. Yes.
As opposed to a decorative use?
Right. It does something.
Yes.
It would be found in the home normally.
No.
Well, this is one of those items where it could well be found in the home. However, in
My home.
use, it might not be found in the home.
I see. I don't see, but I have no idea. Do you plug this in by any chance?
Plug it in.
No.
That's
No.
two down.
What do you
Arlene.
think about it?
Is it found usually outside of the home? It's got to be found someplace. If it isn't found
I
inside,
think in normal usage, and I believe Mr. Nicholas would agree with me, it would be outside the home.
Yes.
if it's outside the home, would it be used maybe in a store or a factory?
No.
No, that's three down. Soupy sales.
This product that you make, Mr. Nicholas, do kids ever play with this?
Would you repeat that,
Do
please?
children ever use your product?
No.
I don't believe they would. So that's four down. We go to Phyllis.
You said that it was of either wood or metal. Does it have any moving parts?
Yes.
It does have moving parts, but you don't plug it in. Is it a battery-operated thing?
No.
No, that's five down. Bert Convy.
And we can hold it in our hand, isn't that right?
You could.
Good.
Could hold it in your hand. That doesn't mean, then I haven't established the size of it. I simply said that you could hold it.
Yes.
Which doesn't mean that it is that small, isn't that right?
Well, that's your interpretation.
Well, I have to make a choice then. Since I don't know what it is if it's small, is it larger than a bread box?
No. No.
No, I don't believe so. That's six down.
Depends on how
Arlene.
big that bread box is.
Is it used out of doors?
Yes.
Is there anything about it that is sporting or game
Yes.
like? Is it used by more than one person?
Normally it would be.
Is it when it is being used, is it on the ground?
Yes.
Is it used on or near water?
No.
No, that's seven down. And let me say that when this is in use, there may be several people using similar things, but only one person is required for each. Soupy.
It's used by one? And a couple of people would do it?
Well, it's sort of like driving down the highway in a car. Everyone would be in a car, but there might be a lot of cars on the road, and everyone would need one. So in this respect, there might be more than one people using it. Go ahead.
You say you don't plug this thing in?
No.
It's outdoors.
That's right.
Does it ever come in contact with your body, other than the hands?
Yes. Yes.
You mean it touches a part of your body?
Yes.
Does it touch your body from the waist up?
No.
No, that's 8 down, Phyllis.
Is something that you use in a sporting thing, and is it something possibly that you wear on your feet, like skates or
Possibly.
something like that?
Yes.
You do wear it on your feet.
Yes.
Is it in the skate family of some sort? Skate,
Yes.
ski?
Yes.
In the skate family, yes.
Yes. Is it either roller skates or ice skates?
Roller skates.
Whoops.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
But there's a bit more to it than that.
It's roller skates.
Yes, but a very, very unique and special kind.
For the roller skates for three-legged people. For your nose.
No, it isn't your turn.
What? Roller skates for
For dogs.
roller skating on grass.
No.
Or
9
ice.
down, Bert.
Is it roller skates for something other than people?
No.
No, that's 10 down. Does that?
Are they two-wheeled roller skates, single wheels?
All right.
There you
Roller
got to
skates
be
for
for
ice.
roller rinks.
Huh?
Trainer wheel skates.
Plastic.
They're for ice. You
Oh,
roller
you'd
skate
never
on
guess
ice.
it.
What?
Let me tell you that Mr. Nicholas makes motorized roller skates.
I said
Panel, let me tell you that Mr. Nicholas invented and manufactures motorized roller skates, and he's going to show us right now how to use them. And this is going to be something to see. So I'd like you to come up to center stage with me, and let's get into the skates and see what happens.
Isn't there a battery in them? Nobody listens.
Now, panel, as you can see, they actually have a gasoline engine on each one. And how fast can you go on these things?
So possibly run around 45, 50 miles an hour.
45 to 50 miles an hour. Well, who do you sell them to, Mr. Nicholas?
These are mostly for exhibition now, but they were originally designed for racing.
As you can see, this isn't something that children would ordinarily use. But now this is a regular industrial gasoline engine that you have hooked up to each one?
Yes, they have automatic clutches, and I have a hand control here.
I see. Isn't it a little dangerous? I mean, if the throttle sticks or something like
Yes, if you fall, you can expect some damage.
that? Now, you're going to operate them right here on stage, right?
Try it.
And you start them like you start a chainsaw or a gasoline lawnmower or something like that, I guess.
That's right.
All right. Is there anything I can do to help?
No, just
Stand back out of the way. Huh?
just hope everything turns out.
Okay, here we go. Now we're going to start this. Now we've reached that very special part of What's My Line, the time we meet our mystery guest. Panel of the blindfolds in place. All right, mystery challenger, would you enter and sign in, please? Panel, our mystery guest has arrived and is seated beside me. I'll remind you it's one question at a time. I'll give you 2 minutes to try and establish the identity of our guest, and let's begin with Soupy sales.
Those are wonderful ovations. I take it that you're in show business.
Yes. Phyllis Newman.
He was in show business, is what it sounds like.
Are you a singer?
No!
Bert Convy.
You'd never be able to sing with that condition, sir. Are you appearing in New York now?
Yep.
Arlene.
Sorry to lose his voice. Are you best known for your work in television?
Yep.
Soupy.
I'd like to take a guess.
All right.
Is it Rodney Dangerfield? It's not Rodney Dangerfield.
No.
Phyllis.
Do you appear regularly on television from New York? Regularly?
Boy, do I appear regularly.
That's a yes. Bert Convy.
Did Phyllis say from New York? Did you say
Yes,
from?
yes.
And he said yes, from New York, regularly. Are you on in the daytime?
Yes.
Arlene.
Would your show be one of the game programs on television?
What else?
Soupy.
With a voice like this.
A game show. Is it a Goodson Todman package?
Not at present, but it has been.
Phyllis.
It will be again.
Not at present, but it has been and it will be again. General de Gaulle. I have no idea.
Bert.
If it will be again, and it has been before, is it Bill Cullen?
It is indeed. Bill, I think you've done almost all the Goodson Todman shows.
I have. I did the very first one. And I hope that I do the last one, and I don't mean that the way it might sound. But I've been with Mark and Bill until about 2 years ago from the time the company began.
Now you're doing I Guess.
I Guess.
Which is not a GMT.
No, that was a misleading. I'm sorry, Bert. I think that was... When I said, was it Goodson Todman, I meant I had been and hoped to be again.
It's the first time I've ever seen you without a crew cut. Bill, it looks great.
Thank you, Soupy. I'm letting it grow because my wife says it makes me look younger.
It does.
Well, what was the first show?
In 1946 on television, no, radio, a show called Winner Take All. The bell, the buzzer, Winner Take All.
I remember the show.
And then hit the jackpot with where we dressed in tuxedos. And meantime, Arlene and I have done many things in between. And some of them
Anything you want to mention?
Some of them on the air, yeah.
You know,
We've owned a few flops together.
Bill and I were talking backstage, and at one time, I guess, on I've Got a Secret, when you were doing the panel on I've Got a Secret, they had Mr. Nicholas on with the motorized roller skates.
The funniest act we ever had on that show. Nothing went right for him that night. And fortunately, he wore a helmet and I think football pants, and he needed them.
But didn't he have trouble starting the engines?
Awful trouble. He finally got him going. I think they had to send for a truck to give him a push, but they got him running anyway.
But is it still fun doing a game show, Bill, after the years you've done it? You
Yes.
still get a kick out of it?
Yes, Wally, I'll tell you, every time before I go out, even when we do more shows than one in a day, every time before I go out, I take just a few seconds to remind myself that it's been a tremendously good living for me. It's been easy work, and unless I stay up for it and enjoy it, it's all going to come to an end. And I've done that for 20 years now.
How long did you do The Price is Right, Bill?
Was on 9 years,
Yeah.
7 nighttime and 9 daytime, and we destroyed 2 networks with it. We destroyed one, we gave the other one away, as I recall.
How long were you on I've Got a Secret?
14 years of the easiest job in the world. And if you don't think we all cried the day that went, well, you know, Arlene.
Yeah.
But we were on that for all these running concurrently. There was Price is Right, there was I've Got a Secret, and before Price is Right.
And didn't you used to fly back and forth from the coast every week when you were doing a show out in California as well?
Right, I did I've Got a Secret here.
That was back before jets.
It certainly was. But in a way, it was easier because they had sleepers. And we took a good 11, 12 hours, and I slept 8 and drank 3.
Bill, we're delighted you could join us on What's My Line. It's full circle, and we hope to continue the circle going because we want you back over on that side of the panel as soon as possible. Thank you, Bill. And now, panel, it's time for honest answers to questions submitted to the studio audience. The first one from Harold Guest of Newmarket, Virginia, to Phyllis Newman.
Oh,
Your album of folk songs is terrific, and I agree.
thank you.
Tell us, what's it called, and when did you record it?
Well, it's called Those Were the Days, and it's on London Sire label, and I recorded it at the end of last year, in December. And it's doing very well, and I like it. It's folk songs and contemporary songs.
It's
And,
launched another career for you,
That's
hasn't it?
true, yes.
Yes. Thank you, Phyllis.
Thank you.
To Soupy, from Arlene Orbach. At what age do you think a girl should get married?
Yeah, you sure asked the right guy. Oh, I don't know how to give an answer, I guess, when...
12.
Yeah, well, 12.
45, Soupy.
Pick a number, any number. How about
Any number, just pick out a number and live and be happy.
Thank you for your honest answers.
Let them be happy and forget marriage.
Well, that's it for another week. We had a great time, and we hope you enjoyed yourselves, too. And won't you join us next week?